morning students, this is 11th class biology, chapter 6 anatomy of flowering plants. Today we will discuss the homework solutions of lecture 6 and after that an assignment is given that you need to do today. So this is answer for question number 2 of NCERT that I gave as homework in lecture number 6. The question is cork cambium forms tissues that form the cork. Do you agree with the statement? Explain. So yes, cork cambium forms tissues that in turn form the cork, right? Because cork cambium is helping in secondary growth, okay, and in turn it make cork. When the stem increases in girth at the time of secondary growth, another meristematic tissue known as phloem. Phloem is also called cork cambium. So it grows in the cortex region of the stem. This cork cambium or phloem, you can say, it cuts off cells on both sides, means on inner and outer side. The outer cells differentiate into phloem or cork, while the inner cells differentiate into phloem or secondary cortex. The cork is impermeable to water because of subarachnoid deposition, right, rendering protection to tissues underneath. So here cork which has been formed, that is also called phloem, and it has been formed due to action of cork cambium. Next is answer for question number 3 of NCERT, and the question is explain the process of secondary growth in stems of woody angiosperms with the help of schematic diagram and what is its significance. So in previous lecture also, means in lecture number 6 we have already discussed secondary growth in stems, okay, and also diagram you have seen. So that is a direct question. So here in this question we will discuss only the significance of secondary growth. So secondary growth is the result of activity of two lateral meristems, you can say, the cork cambium and the vascular cambium, right? So here you need to discuss the action of vascular cambium as well as cork cambium. Now let's see the significance. So the significance of secondary growth are, first is the secondary growth adds girth to the plant. It is helping in increasing the girth of plant. It provides support to increasing weight of the aerial growth, right? If a plant will increase only in height, then from where it will get the support? So for that support, girth need to be increased, and that girth is increased due to secondary growth. Next is secondary growth produces a corky bark. You know, the bark part of plant is produced due to secondary growth. So that corky bark around the tree trunk is produced due to secondary growth that protects the interior parts from abrasion, heat, cold and infection, right? So the corky bark protect the plant. Next is it adds new conducting tissues like secondary xylem and secondary phloem are produced due to secondary growth. So these conducting tissues are produced here for replacing old non-functioning ones as well as for meeting increased demand for long distance transport of sap and organic nutrient, because plant is increasing in height. So there is increased demand for the transport of sap, means you can say phloem sap or the food and the organic nutrient. So that increasing demand is met with the help of conducting tissue, secondary xylem and secondary phloem, which are made by secondary growth. So all these are significance of secondary growth. Next is question number 11 of NCERT, that what is periderm and how does periderm formation take place in dicot stems. So phloem, phloem and phloderm, which are made due to action of cork cambium, right? So these are collectively called periderm, right? While plants undergo secondary growth, the outer epidermal layer and the cortical layer are ripped due to cambium. In order to replace them, the cortex cells turn meristematic, which produces the cork cambium, right? So where cork cambium is produced, it is produced inside the cortex region. So this cork cambium is produced here, that is also called phloem, which comprises of a thin-walled, narrow and rectangular cell. So which type of cells are present in core cambium? Thin-walled, narrow and rectangular cells are present. Now this core cambium or phylogen, you can say, sheds cells on either side, means it cuts off the cells on its both sides. The cells which shed from the exterior, means on the outer side, give rise to the cork or phloem. The suberin accumulates in the cell wall, making it impermeable to water, while the inner cells emerge to become the secondary cortex or phyloderm, right, which is parenchymatous. So here you can see that how all these layers, on the inner side there will be phyloderm, and on the outer side there will be phloem. Okay, so both these layers are made by phylogen, that is core cambium. So combinedly the phylogen with the phloem and the phyloderm, combinedly this makes periderm. Now assignment is given here, and this assignment you need to do today.